Tom Schnabel, Eureka, South Dakota. Schnabel Ranch Simmentals. We have about a little over 400 head seed stock operation of Simmental and Sim Angus cattle. We have an annual production sale the 3rd February of the year, or the 3rd Saturday of February, I should say. I guess we've been using the Rio tub since 2014. Biggest reason we tried to start using them was looking at getting our minerals incorporated, not having to deal with the loose tubs tipping over and spilling loose mineral, looking for more of a complete package. And benefits that we started seeing was having the conception rates increase, and we cut our open cow herd, the open cows out of the cow herd from 10% open to, we've been running right at 3% open here the last 3-4 years, I guess, already. Seen a lot of savings on our pastures. Generally figure about 5.5 to 6 acres a pair around through here. We've been, even last year through the drought that we had of 2020, we did 4.5 acres a pair on ours. Still had adequate grass left. Cattle came off in good condition. They weren't malnutritioned, weren't low body scores. Been running pretty consistent 6 body score or better on everything. So breed back has been really, really good, especially on our younger cattle that have got multiple generations that have been on the Rio, I guess is what we've been seeing. The more generations on it through the fetal programming seem to be passing on down the line. Previously, we tried a few other tubs, cooked tubs. We couldn't control consumption on them, pound and a half a day. You throw 5 tubs out there and come back 2 days later and they were all gone. They basically were kids at a candy store with them. Tried loose mineral, but it would rain. When it would rain, then it would get all wet and be wasted. Couldn't really control the consumption on that the greatest either. Started mixing a lot of salt with it. That wasn't an exact science either. We used to do a lot of liquid molasses supplement through the feed wagon into the cows and to try to get some extra stuff that way, but cost effectiveness of it just wasn't there. We've been able to eliminate doing that and been able to just stay with the tub now and trying to find the complete deal, and it was kind of the complete package that we found. Just from the open cow aspect, 10% open on, at the time when we started, we were running 700 head with the purebreds and the commercials, and if you'd run, then you just figure now at 400 head, if you're getting 10%, that's 40 open cows, and now we're down at 3 to 3.5%, so we only have anywhere from generally around 12 to 15 open cows is all that we have. That's an extra 25 calves that we're putting into the operation, whether they're make it as a bull or replacement heifer, or just as a steer to finish. Even at $1,000 a head calf, that's $25,000 that you're putting in your pocket. That's almost half of what our cost of our expense on the tub is. Then you go to the pasture savings of knocking out an acre per pair, going from the 5.5 down to 4.5. We're paying right around $50 an acre cash rent up here is kind of a common thing. So you can knock out an acre here off of every cow. That saves a lot of money. I mean, $50 and you don't need another 400 acres. It's another 20,000. So all of a sudden you got $45,000 in your pocket, and you still have all the extra added benefits through the mineral and the health benefits of it. I'd been getting the postcards and the brochures on it for, I suppose, probably 7-8 months. We'd been getting them, and it's too expensive. You can't afford it. I'm going, I can buy a tub for $110 or $120 at the local co-op, but then all of a sudden the light bulb went on, and I'm going, okay, they're going to eat a pound of this versus a quarter of a pound, which we've been, even through the drought last year, we sat at 0.2 of a pound a day on everything. So you start figuring that out, that if you're buying a tub that you can get it for $110, $120, and this one's going to cost you, well, now it's what, $4.30 or whatever it is, but they're going to eat a quarter of a pound versus a full pound, you're saving $50. you know, you're going to need 4 tubs of the competitor tub to get to that pound. At 120 is 480, and now we're at 430. You're saving $50. You're putting money in your pocket already, and a lot of them don't have all the extra added benefits that I feel that these have got. It is what it is. The proof is in the pudding when they say better conception rates and better feed utilization. I mean, we're seeing all of that. I've seen it firsthand. I didn't think it would be that drastic of a change. I mean, we cut our opens in half the very first year by using. We went from 10 to 5, and we consistently dropped after that. And we AI every cow and every replacement heifer on the place. So we breed over 400 head, and we do a time breed, and we consistently run 65 to 70% conception rate on a time breed program, which is, I mean, fairly good conception rate for just a time breed and not doing any heat detection. So, you know, you start figuring those added costs, and it's all the little things that start adding up and paying for themselves. And so this year we had 77 bull calves, yearlings, that we semen checked, and we had 100% pass. We had nobody that is not good. We've had the semen checks have been coming back way better than they used to be. You know, more motility. So seeing that, I feel that is worth it too. Getting that extra vitamin in there, and all the extra, you know, the flax seeds and all the added benefits that are in there, just to help with everything. And you know, same with the heifer calves. I mean, they cycle so much faster, so much better. So more cows bred is more money in your pocket. I guess, you know, the big thing is, what's your end goal? Do you want better cattle, better nutrition, and more productivity from your cattle and from your ground? Then it probably is the way to go. It's just, you gotta put a pencil to it and look, you know, you gotta dig a little deeper into it and do the math on it on a per day instead of on a per tub basis.